Welcome everyone to our Undead finale of Zombiethon 2026 in celebration of Zombie Awareness Month. So welcome to anyone who is joining us today. This is a hangout. We are going to be hanging out, having some fun, just wrapping up, kind of just talking about what we liked, what we didn't like, our highlights, just play a couple of games, and we have an art project. So for anyone who joined last year, we did an art project. I thought it was very successful, so I decided to do it again, and it's really a cute little picture that we're going to be drawing. And so there will be a sprint for you to actually draw your zombie picture, but we're not going to be going on sprints to read. So if anybody thought this was sprints, I'm just kind of clarifying that for y'all, that this is just a hangout. I mean, you're welcome to read or do whatever you want to do while we're on. We appreciate you being here, but I just want to preface that. So I am being joined today by members of the Zombie Squad. These are my co-hosts. These are my friends that help me out and keep me from going crazy and keep my brains and wits about myself. And we have Amy. Amy's from Amy Loves Lit on Instagram. And Linda, the gamer gal. And she is on YouTube. She's also on Instagram, but she likes to play video games, and she's been playing zombie video games this month. So do y'all have anything y'all want to say to the masses? Amy? Linda?
Braves.
Someone's blow drying their hair in the bathroom, so I'm like, I want to keep my so not bothersome.
Well, if you notice, we're missing two of our other members of the Zombie Squad, and Jen, that's Jen and Kelsi. Jen is on vacation. She's somewhere in the woods of Mississippi, just relaxing and having some self-care. And then Kelsi is actually on her way back home from being out of town. She and Paul went to visit Paul's friend. I think it was in Texas. And his friend was having a birthday, and they were going to celebrate. So they'll be coming in, and then Kelsi also has Dread broadcast later this evening. So anyway, she's en route back to Louisiana. But anyway, we're here, and we're ready to play and, do all things zombie.
Yes.
So let's see who has decided to join us. I've been looking at Discord and all the people who are popping in their final things that they read and did and, watched, journal spreads. All of it is so cool. I love seeing it all. I love the excitement that surrounds Zombiethon.
Everyone's done so good. I've seen some comments in there like, oh, I didn't get to do as much as I wanted, but everyone did so good.
I know. When I saw some people were like, oh, I didn't get to everything I wanted. Amber was one of them, and she said, oh, I didn't get to everything I wanted to, but she did significant amounts of stuff. Yeah. I mean, you have to figure what's different about this event is that your focus is strictly on zombies. It's not like Old School April or Folklore February where you're able to, dive into all kinds of different genres and I mean, I guess you could have romance and all that with zombies, but you're not able to deviate from anything, if that makes any sense. I mean, and my Edgar Allan Poe event is just for a week. So it's that you spend a whole month, if you choose, with zombies is kind of different, But anyway, it's a month that you can just,
There's so much out there, though, and across a lot of different types of things. Like there's romance for zombie stuff too.
Yes, there are. I mean, you can actually hit different genres. I guess it's just subject matter, I guess is the best way to say it. That's what I should say. And I didn't realize how many zombie films were out there until I had to compile my list for my Zombiethon ABC Film Challenge, which I did finish, and I'm very proud of that. But I will tell you, it was challenging for two reasons. One, I had just completed a film challenge for Old School April and watched 26 films for that. And then I turned around and watched 26 zombie films, plus the 3 that we did for watch parties. And I'm gonna tell you, it's different for Old School April because, again, my subject matter varied.
Yeah.
Whereas it was all zombies. Now, I would tell you, not all zombies are created equal. Zombies were different, storylines were different. The caliber of the movie was different. But I just told my husband, I'm like, yesterday when we were watching our last film, I'm like, this is it for zombies for a little bit. We need to take a breather. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then watch something a little more uplifting. So that was one reason why I picked Zombietown as my last film too, because it was zombies, but it was, more kid related. Yeah. So let's see who is in the house with us. We have Kristen. Zup, Undead friends. So glad you're here. Shakira's here. I'm here, but I am so not ready for this to end. I know in some way it's bittersweet. It's sort of like I'm ready for it to move on to do other things, but then I am going to miss it. So it's kind of good. I still had books on my pile that I can read for the remainder of the year here and there. Angel's here. Hello, hello. Cameron's here. Hello. Stina's here. Hello, Stina. Jamie. Hello, hello. I can't believe it's the end. I know that we were saying that earlier. It's amazing. In some ways, it seems like this month went super slow, and then other ways it zoomed. It's just in how, I guess, what you were doing with it. And hello, Mindy. So glad you're here. Jamie said, yay for an art project. Yes, I think it's cute. But I am going to have to give y'all some tips and everything prior to doing it, because that's the good thing about me trying it first. I could tell you all the things to be ready for. Hey, Jasmine. Welcome. Eleanor's here. Good afternoon. Matthew's in the house. Shakira Brains. Howdy, everybody. Happy Smile Day. Happy World Parrot Day. And happy Macaroons Day. Woohoo. Alicia at Books and Things with Alicia was showing her macaroons that she got from her adventures at Universal Epic, the new place over in Florida, and they were pretty. I finished my last book, Sell. I have read and watched so many zombie things this month. What am I going to do now? Matthew, you can just explore all kinds of other things until July, and then you can, read some giallo or watch some giallo if you're going to participate. I hope Alex is doing it. I haven't seen anything yet, but
yeah, in her wrap-up video, she just said she's doing giallo July again.
Yeah, woot woot. I won't be reading anything probably unless they do a group read, but I will be watching some movies. I have that on my list to do. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. And then before you know it, Matthew, it's going to be Halloween time. The fall, but I'm not going to rush it because we do need to be lazy and recuperate from Zombiethon. Swank finished Hollow Kingdom, loved it, and I'm about to start Feral Creatures. Nice. And I need to finish watching Zombie Repellent. Very nice. See, and some of these names of movies, like Linda, you posted one today, The Dance of the Dead. I had never even heard of that.
Yeah, it is from early 2000s. I was going through Tubi and I found it. It was on there.
I mean, was it decent or was it?
It's okay. It's not it's like a 3 out of 5 for sure.
Well, that's not bad. That's not bad for me, I think, for a zombie film. Considering I had some stinkers this month. Pretty Doggy, that's Viking. And hey, zombie peeps, hey, Amanda. I don't know that I even watched 26 movies in a year, let alone a month. Way to go, Kat. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with myself this year. It's only because, look, this has only happened in this year.
For you. Round of applause.
It's only happened in this year, guys. It's only because there's 26 alphabets in the, there's only 26 letters in the alphabet, and this is 2026. That's it. I will not do this every year for sure. Bad enough I had to choose Burying the X as my X because there are no X zombie movies out there at all.
I figured that one would be super hard because there's not a lot of words that start with X.
I was just like, well, I found some things that were like X you know, and then a colon and something, but it led to nowhere. So I don't know what it was what it was supposed to be.
That was smart though,
Um,
very creative.
yeah, well, I mean, I had to be. And one video I found that was doing some kind of similar ABC challenge. They put and I'm thinking, I saw this movie. I don't remember zombies being in this. It was Triple X with Vin Diesel. And so they play the clip and everything, and I'm like,
Zombies in that?
I don't remember zombies being in there. And then it was like, just joking.
No.
I'm like, okay, I'm not going crazy. There is none that I know of, unless somebody made it and it's some little short video on somebody's YouTube. So I don't know. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to create an X movie with zombies in it. I don't know.
That'll be your challenge for next year.
Yes, right.
For
For all of you out there doing an ABC zombie challenge, film challenge, here is your movie that starts with the letter X. Not to be confused by Ty West's X. Stina says, I didn't do much and I barely poked my head into the Discord, but I had fun. That's okay. Look, what is the rule? If you want to call it a rule. Just one zombie thing. All you had to do was even find out what your zombie name was. You participated in Zombiethon. That's how I feel about it. Hello, hello. The reading stream's here. Ashley. And Jamie, what did you think about Hollow Kingdom? And hey there, Groovy Pop Tart. Okay, first of all, your name is Groovy Pop Tart, and you have a cat in your sidecar. That's amazing. I love that. And I'm not quite done finishing it today. However, I should not have read that one last chapter last night. Uh-oh. Must have been sad. And loved Dance of the Dead. And I made Brian's gaming group play Zombie Dice with me. Somebody else played Zombie Dice. Oh, who was it? It was somebody in the Discord played Zombie Dice, and I'm thinking about getting it myself because I think it would be fun. It's supposed to be really fast. Hello, hello, Crystal. Welcome, Crystal. And Kristen, I was able to get 6 things in, 4 movies, 1 book, 1 color and page. Oh, and one of the watch party movies. Yay, very nice. Xylophone zombies. Yeah, right. Could you imagine me playing a Zombiethon? I would have to be a zombie to do it, right?
It'd be a musical.
It could be a musical. Oh, and then I'd get to write a parody song.
Go.
I wrote a song one time. It was the 12 Days of Christmas Horror. I wrote the songs. I have the lyrics and everything. And I told Kelsi, we needed to make a video of it. Now she's moving. We'll never be able to do it.
Ugh.
I know. Kristen said, I had a blast and loved the break from the historical romance readathon too. Yay, I'm happy. I just watched 2 seasons of Walking Dead and read a zombie adjacent book with necromancy. Wonderful. Angelical says, hello. I didn't do as much zombie stuff as I wanted, but I liked the 3 books I read. I quit Hollow Kingdom after chapter 3 because it triggered my anxiety as a pet parent. Okay, I think that's fair. And today is a blue moon. Cool. And yes, Zombie Dice moves quickly even with the expansion set. That sounds great. So, Amy, did you have any highlights this year?
Highlights. I've just forgotten everything that I've done. It's been a highlight revisiting the Walking Dead series. I didn't get to finish season 3, but I'm at 13, I think, in season 3, and there's 16 episodes in that season. So it's been really fun revisiting it. And surprisingly, still anxiety inducing. I don't know if that's because I know what's to come or what, but that's still been really fun. I had a 5-star book, which was One Yellow Eye. So that was really fun.
That's on my list.
I think you'll really like it. If you like literary horror, I think you'll like it. And stuff like involving relationships. It's really good. It made me cry. I liked it. What else? What was my favorite movie? I don't even remember what movies I watched. Let me look at my Letterboxd. What did I watch? Oh, Seeing Brain Dead Again. I hadn't doing that watch party. That was really fun. All of the watch parties were really fun to do. Um, let's see, my favorite movie, it looks like, was the movie that I started the month with, which was #Alive. I gave that one 4.5 stars. So yes, that
That
one.
one is one of the better zombie movies out there.
Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah, very good. How about you, Linda? What about you? What were your highlights?
Video game. It was Stubbs the Zombie. I really like that one. That was funny. I don't know if anybody's played it before. It's you're the zombie and you're trying to make a horde of zombies.
Oh, wow.
Book wise, I would have to say Goosebumps, Hall of Horrors, Why I Quit Zombie School. That
Mm,
all around premise. The group of kids are really weird, and I think a couple people, like 2 or 3 people, have read this book before, or
mhm.
same time as me, like we're reading it. Movie, I would have to say The Resort was just comical in general. Amy made a good choice on that one. I just laughed the whole time. I'm like, you go to a resort
Good.
to shoot zombies and you're scared. Why?
It's like, what the
That was
heck?
my favorite.
All of
Yeah.
them, well, most of them were so unprepared, and it's like you're
Yeah.
going there to do this.
You've
I
seen Jurassic
almost
Park, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost wondered if they thought that were the zombies gonna be in cages like they were in a zoo?
Maybe.
I don't
Maybe.
know. It was so funny. I mean, really, and two, also the ethical part of it too, just kind of reminded me of The Dangerous Game. I don't know if anybody's ever read that. I think the author's last name is Conrad, but I was telling my husband that, where it's like an island or whatever, you pay to go hunt, but you're hunting game, and like there's like a twist to it, kind of thing. But yeah, for me, I mean, I, of course, love watching Shaun of the Dead. I watch it every year, so it's just, I have to. We had so much fun. My dad watched it with us. I think it was the second time he might have watched it. There's scenes in there that never get old, that I'm just like, every time I laugh. It doesn't matter that I've seen it 100 times or whatever. It was fun revisiting The Girl with All the Gifts and letting my husband watch it for the first time and seeing his reaction to it. Of course, the watch parties. I love the watch parties because we're all in it together, whether it's good, bad, fair, whatever. And just the fact that my husband loved Brain Dead.
That makes me so happy.
He loved it. He laughed so much. Like my husband was laughing, like almost guffawing laughing. Like there was parts where he could not stop laughing, like even as the scene went on. just it was ridiculous.
So happy.
I wish my dad would have been here for that one because I would have loved to hear my dad's reaction. He's not a big horror fan. He's always like commenting like, this is so dumb, why are they doing this, blah blah blah. I'm like, it's because it's a horror film and the director told them that this is what they had to do, otherwise it wouldn't be a horror film if people did what we would do, right? So he happened to watch Nightmare City with us as the watch party.
Yeah.
And his comments were hilarious.
I can only imagine.
He also watched Range 15 with us, and he watched Quarantine with us. And my dad could not take it that Jennifer Carpenter screamed and was like too upset or whatever. He's like, they just need to get rid of her. They just need to like knock her over the edge. And I'm like, Daddy, think about it. You're in this situation, like they quarantined you and you're with all these ravenous, individuals. He's like, I know, but still, I mean, she just has to be quiet. It's just like, and then we watched this really horrible movie, Range 15, and my dad and Barry and I were just like, oh my gosh, this movie is terrible. It's horrible. We watched it till the end. It was painful. I'm telling y'all, I highly do not recommend this movie. Do not. But I will tell you, I know there are people here that like to know about peen destruction. It had it. There was actually 4 movies on my list that had peen destruction, y'all. And I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
Yes. So if anybody's in the market for peen destruction, I will tell you Blood Quantum, Eat Brains Love. That one was like terrible. I couldn't even believe it. Oh, look, I'm giving balloons for it. Range 15 and that movie Yummy. If I had to give an Oscar for the craziest, wildest peen destruction, it would probably be Yummy. I was like, oh no, I cannot even believe this is
The
happening.
title alone says there's a lot that has happened in that movie.
Oh, that
I
movie
almost
was
watched that.
that movie. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's extremely bleak, and you're going to just be so mad because the people, not one person knows how to close a door behind them when they run through it. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with y'all? The zombies are coming after you, and you leave the door open, and you're basically letting them in. You kind of deserve to have what happens to you. But anyway, so, but I would have to say some new favorites for me was Mads, very different. I cannot get that scene out of my mind when Anna is running down the street after her friend. That is so horrifying to me. Kingdom Ashen of the North, which is a full feature length movie that takes place after season 2 of the Kingdom series, which I highly recommend the Kingdom series. And I love this because it was an origin story of where the virus came from. There's some revenge in it, I'm just going to say, but I really loved it. And then I liked Burying the X. It was cute, very, very cute. Zombie movie, laughed a lot. And yeah, they had some witty dialogue in it, some puns and stuff. But yeah. So, I mean, really and truly, overall, I had a great time. I mean, the one I would absolutely tell you not to watch is Range 15, unless you want to see that one particular part. It's early on in the movie. And also, I would not recommend I Was a Teenage Zombie. That was horrible. There's a scene in there, I'm just like, what? Huh? Ugh. But they also have a scene similar to that in that Range 15, which I was just like, blah, 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 blah. So I'm just like, not my favorite. As far as books, I enjoyed my books. I really have to say. All my kids' books, Brain Eater Jones was fun, and I'm really loving this, y'all. It took me a little bit to get into it, but once you get into the characters, there's a lot of POVs and what's going on in it. It really picks up the pace and is pretty good, as far as them trying to survive. And I cannot believe the author killed one particular character. And I'm like, really? I cannot believe you did that. So that means she's willing to go there, whether you invest or not. So yeah, let us know if you haven't told us already what your highlights were, and just finishing my ABC film challenge was amazing to me. Swank says Evil Dead has a musical. That would be crazy. Or at least a play. There is a K-drama on Tubi called Dark Hole, which is described as zombie-like. I may have to watch it now after dropping into your live. Okay, well, Dark Hole with zombies, that would be terrible. And Jamie said, I didn't do much reading, but I focused on watching the Daryl Dixon series and Cross-Stitched. Nice. Oh, yeah, you'll have to show us your finished project. Because I voted in that. And Shakira said, I played it. Stina said, we read Most Dangerous Game in Middle School Classic. Yes, my son read it. That's when I read it, was when my son Andrew read it for English 1. And Nightmare City was not your fave. Nightmare City, I must say, there were parts of it that were fine, but it wasn't, I was more referring, I guess, to my ABC Challenge movies. It was fine, but I mean, it was just bizarre. Like, why did these people just stand around? Like, why aren't you running?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know.
It's always entertaining as a watch party, though, even if they're not, your favorite or whatever. Wasn't my least favorite thing of the month, though. Wasn't that bad.
Yeah, no, it was not. I tell you, it was not. I'm saying Range 15 had a half star, and it only got a half star because some of the actors in it. That's the only reason.
Wow.
Otherwise, would have had 0 stars. It's just humor that just is offensive. Like, there's like offensive humor in it that I'm just like, and I kind of felt like some of these people are like true military people, and it was about military guys. And I'm just like, it's like you're offending the military too. Like, you're making the military look like they would act like this. And I wouldn't like that. If I was in the military, I would be offended. I mean, I had family that was in military. I mean, but my dad was too. So, I mean, my dad's just like, what is this? So I'm just going to say it is kind of offensive. Ashley said favorite movies I watched were Paranorman, that's a good one, and Cooties, that's also a good one. And favorite books were The Girl with All the Gifts and Cold Storage. Nice. I love The Girl with All the Gifts. It really is an emotional read. And I love the pacing and everything, just like the movie is very good. Cold Storage is one I do want to check out because I had no idea it was a book. I knew it was a movie, but I had no idea it was a book. So now I'm gonna have to look for that too. I loved Eat Brains Love and Burying the X. Yeah, Burying the X is cute. Eat Brains Love is kind of funny too. And the premise of how you become a zombie is interesting. There were some gross parts in it, and I was just like, ugh, but I I picked it one because it started with letter E, but also two, it was filmed in Louisiana. It was filmed in Baton Rouge, which is about an hour from me. And so I knew two of the local actors in it. So that was fun kind of seeing, and one of them got eaten. So that was great. And Steven says, thanks for a great month of zombiness. Well, you are welcome. Thank you for participating. And glad you're liking Waves of Undead. I'm planning to save it for next year. Yeah, Jamie picked that one in the giveaway. So I do. I hope you enjoyed as much as I am. And Moldy Locks was delightful. Yes. I highly recommend Zombie and Brain Are Friends, and also Moldy Locks and the Three Scares. Those picture books were really, really cute. And I enjoyed the movie adaptation of Cold Storage. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that one as well. Okay, so we have one more giveaway for Zombiethon. So I'm going to bring up the picker wheel so that we can get that done. So there it is. Let me see if I can bring it down a little bit. Of course, I have to have an ad right here. I guess that's not the part to see. So let's see. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Is it on the screen well enough? Okay, here we go. Good luck to everybody on this wheel. Woo! Haunted by Horror. This is somebody that is new in our community. So I'll have to get in touch with this person unless you happen to be here and you're either going by a different name or you're just lurking. So if you are haunted by horror, please let us know so we can see what you want to pick. So that is done. And then I can, did it go off? Let's see. Let's do that. And then I can X that out. Excellent. So congratulations to Haunted by Horror. Hopefully I will get in there. I don't know if anybody heard me say Corey won the giveaway when I did sprints the last time, and I didn't hear from him. And I'm like, this seems so unusual. Well, come to find out, he had a detached retina, his retina detached, and he had to have emergency surgery on his eye. So he could not be on his phone or computer or whatever for days after he had the operation. So I'm so happy. His book is on the way. He ended up choosing the Zombie Survival Guide, which I thought was very good. Everybody should have a copy in their library. In the impending doom. And so Swank said, my favorite movie was Cockney versus Zombies and Gangsters, Guns, and Zombies. Cockney versus Zombies is one I would like to watch. It has been brought up many times, and I think it would be funny. I think that one probably would be a funny one to watch for a watch party, although I'm just not sure. I don't want to recommend it because the one time I recommended a movie, do you all remember Ugly Christmas Sweater? Or Christmas Party, this ugly sweater party or whatever?
I unfortunately missed that watch party, but I heard all about it.
Thank goodness, Amy. You would think so differently.
Same. I think I missed that one as well.
Oh, thank goodness, because I was like, I am never, ever, ever recommending a movie again because it was terrible. It was awful for so many reasons.
Yeah, it's anxiety inducing if you haven't seen something and you're like, oh, this looks good. You don't know what it's going to be like.
Well, I think we have to have a disclaimer. I think we need to have a disclaimer that says we have not watched this film, so we have no idea, and we apologize. So look for trigger warnings first. You can look in the parental guide, and that's why I switched 2 of my movies and did 2 more recent movies. This is a test, as well as We Bury the Dead. Both of those were good, but they're like more cerebral type movies where you're like dealing with emotions and people are dealing with inner turmoil and stuff as they're navigating a zombie apocalypse or whatever. Now, We Bury the Dead had a cool premise as to how the people became zombies. But I will tell you, if you do watch We Bury the Dead, be prepared for the teeth grinding. It was intense. So if you have any kind of problem with like nails on a chalkboard, teeth grinding, anything like that, I'm just going to warn you about that. It can be a bit much. It gave me the willies. And Carmen's here. Hello, joining late. It's been a great zombie month. I am proud of you, Carmen, because you participated. You did Zombie Light, but you participated and you read some great stuff, I have to say. Kate is here. I'm also joining late. Zombiethon was a blast. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's me joking. Hey, peeps. I just woke up. I had a fever around 9 last night. I think it was from being overheated and dehydrated. We were out all day yesterday, so I let myself rest. Excellent, Travis. Not about the heat stroke, but about resting. Self-care is important, and welcome for being here. Hi, Shannon. Thank you for making friends with the like button. And it's British. It would be a great watch party movie. Wow. Okay, cool. Because I don't know. It's not that I'm a prude, but like some things like they take to an extreme that I'm like, why did you have to put this in the film? It's not even appropriate. Oh my gosh. And just stopping by, I'll keep you up for watch time. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. Jellicle said Goodreads just recommended the Zombie Chronicles by Shan to me, so I added that to my list for next year. Travis gifted me that series. I'm only missing one book that I need to get to complete it. But yeah, they're like almost novella size. So it looks like a really good series, pretty covers. And Travis said, I didn't get to read as much as I wanted for the readathon. I like the Bay and Shopping Tour, even though they were more zombie adjacent. That's fine. That's cool. And also, Travis, thank you. You did a bonus watch party for us at the beginning of the month. So we appreciate that.
And that movie was good that he showed.
I know. I need to put that one on my list too. I heard it was a lot of fun. No sex, really funny. Okay. Well, that's cool. That is cool. So I have a question for the Zombie Squad, and chat, y'all can weigh in on this too. And if you've watched The Walking Dead, this is an appropriate question to ask because our main group, run by Rick Grimes and Daryl and Carol, have had to face this. And so I think that it's one worth thinking about. I posed this question to my Facebook community. And I even prefaced in my answer what I'm going to think, what I'm going to share, and no one thought about it the way I did. And it's sort of like, you just don't understand what people are like, human people are like during a zombie apocalypse. So these are people that don't watch anything zombie related. So my question is, would you rather shelter someone who might be dangerous or turn them away and risk being wrong? So think about that for a second. I'm going to read Matthew's comment. I really like the book Severance. It is following the survivors. It's not in your face zombies, so might not be for everyone, more literary. Yeah, but still, I would read that, Matthew, especially since you said you liked it and it's more literary. And I really like that one too. So Stina's giving thumbs up on that one too. So do either one of you want to go first about what you would say? It's hard.
Okay. It is hard because I've been watching Walking Dead, and I think if you've seen either that show or a fair amount of movies, they typically show nasty humans as well. But there's also really good humans, and there's a lot of good ones that come and are helpful, and they become like family. And I don't know, I feel like it would matter like what's going on. Am I in a situation where I can even take in people? You know, I don't know. I guess I would have to gauge their vibes, but I feel like just my personality, I would probably take in someone and risk them being dangerous over turning away someone that really needs help. I think that would just like eat at me too much.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If you would take them in, would you do like a certain code that they had to follow, kind of like Rick Grimes's group? They have questions that they ask, or would you quarantine them for observation? Like if
I
you
think
would bring
again, it would matter if I had that kind of situation. Like right now in Walking Dead, they're in the prison, so it's a good situation where he can be like, "You're going to stay over here until we get to know you, or whatever, until we go through some things and decide that you're actually welcome." But if we were just like out running about, there's not really a way to do that.
that's true.
I don't know. I don't know. I think we would just have to. I would have to sleep with one eye open for a little while until
Right.
trust or something.
Well, and also depends on, I'm sorry, that's my little watch going off. It also depends on if you are by yourself
Yeah.
or if you're in a group too.
Yeah.
So that's something you have to think
Sure.
about as well.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a very tough question, I'm going to say. So Linda, what are your thoughts on it?
I'm gonna say yes, just take them in, because if you make them mad, they're gonna come back with tenfold like ammunition and
That's true,
armor and
too.
just obliterate your location. So like just let them steal what they're gonna steal if they're gonna steal anything. And then that way you still have your little area to yourself.
Yeah. Well, that's what my point was to my group, because while I wouldn't want to take somebody in that I wasn't 100% sure, or I was getting weird vibes from or whatever, I would be more afraid of them having a group outside somewhere
Yeah.
and them getting really mad and coming back and like killing us in our sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
It proves it.
If they're jealous, I know. If they're, I mean, not jealous, but if they're dangerous, I think that they will be more apt to retaliate for turning them away. You know, and if they're smart enough and they do have somebody out there, I think they would want to gain our trust before they brought everybody else in. And maybe they seem dangerous because they're survivors. You know, I mean, we always think when you watch The Walking Dead that Rick's group is the best group. They're the better people out there.
Yeah.
But if we were following Negan's group or the governor's group,
Right. You would feel the same about whoever.
wouldn't we feel that way about Rick, that he's dangerous? You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I do know that they have a code in Walking Dead. And it's almost like if you do turn somebody away, I hate to say that, if you do turn somebody away, it's almost like you are forced to have to do something to them that you don't want to do. Like, I think you would have to kill them.
Yeah.
Because you risk them coming back and harming your group. And
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that to just somebody that I don't have any evidence that they're a bad person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I could.
No. They would have to attack me or attack somebody for me to be like, okay, well, or get
And I
so
think
aggressive that they came at me like they were trying to, like, you're
I
gonna
think
regret it.
I think I would be more wary of other people if I was by myself,
Mhm.
because if they attack me, then it's just me, you know, against them. But
Right.
if I was with a group, we would all be watching them to make sure that they were on the up and up, and it would feel less dangerous even if they themselves were dangerous. Although you never know, if one person is coming in, do they have people lurking about watching you too? You just don't know. You just don't know. I feel like, you know, I would just feel more comfortable personally letting them in and seeing what happens. In an episode that I just watched, they turned away somebody. They were just like driving down the road. They weren't there, and somebody was calling for help or whatever. They were busy, so they're like going where they're going to go. on their way back, they see them dead on the road.
Hmm.
And it's like, you feel bad that they turned away this person, but also, you know, they couldn't really at that time, but I don't know.
Well, it's hard because you're trying to survive also.
Yeah.
It's a dilemma. So
Yeah.
let's see what our friends in the chat have to say. Mabby said, I would turn them away. I ain't taking any risks. And that's a lot of what the people in my Facebook in the Facebook group said. They were just like, I'm protecting my family. They're gone, you know? And I'm like, yeah, but
I feel like if I was by myself, I would make myself invisible so no one would be able to approach me.
Exactly.
And try and like buddy up. I'd be like, no, everyone is dangerous. I'm by myself and I'm keeping myself alive.
Yes. Jamie says, I like Severance. I read that one last year. That's good to know. And then Travis said, turn away. I'm sorry, but I'm very self-centered when it comes to survival, especially if I have loved ones with me. And that's fair. That's a fair thinking. Like, I don't think there's
survive longer than me.
Well, I don't think there's really any right or wrong answer. It's a personal choice based on, I think, your experience, what you've seen, you know, like you also got to think if you had just started during the zombie apocalypse, your answer is going to be different than if you were out there for a year.
That's true.
There's a lot of factors. There's a lot of variables to this question, you know?
Because I feel like at the beginning, like if something's just going down, that's a good time for people to start like forming groups and helping each other and stuff. But once you're like a year in and people have kind of separated and stuff, it's probably a more dangerous landscape when it comes to other people.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm seeing in this. Like, they have a tsunami that comes and people are spread out all over the place and not even with their people they were with per se. They're scattered. Then they discover that you also have the zombie apocalypse that's happening. And so people are starting to kind of buddy up with people. And then people start getting paranoid. What is that? Did you get bit? What's going on? Like, you know, it's all this like paranoia starting in, and then people, you just don't know. And then if they've lost somebody, they're not thinking straight. So in the beginning, I think it's you're more at a risk, I think, in the beginning of the zombie apocalypse than if you survive for at least a year in some ways, because everybody's panic stricken and people don't really know. One thing I will say about this one is they do use the word zombie, like this person's acting like a zombie, you know, they're a biter, or they see that, you know, somebody gets bit. It doesn't take them long to realize. It's not like they're walking around saying, oh, I wonder what's happening. I've never seen anything like this before, kind of thing. I mean, you do have some people like that, but until action happens to them. But yeah, I think in the beginning, that's like the most stressful. And that's where you get the most zombies, because everybody's getting bit. Groovy Pop Tart says, the person in me who wants to help everyone would feel guilty, but I think I would end up turning them away. And is it just me, or am I with a group? I mean, it's you could answer either way. Like, if you were by yourself, what would you do? If you're with a group, what would you do? If I'm alone, I'm definitely not bringing them in. Yeah, I mean, the other thing too is you don't know what these people were before. I mean, what if they lived in a prison before the zombie apocalypse? What if they were like, you know, a hitman? Or what if they were like just somebody that, you know, I don't know. And just because you're military or law enforcement doesn't mean that you're necessarily good.
Oh, absolutely not.
You could end up being like, oh, now I can be, you know, right, because of who I am, I have all the power, you know? And then you never know. You could have an accountant who's been repressing all this anger for every year, all these years, and needing anger management.
So true. It's like the purge. We get one day to do whatever we want to do. Yeah. Let's get it done.
It's crazy. And then Travis says, but I have a weakness for hot guys. So if he was really hot, I would have second thoughts. Travis. And that is what would get you killed. That is what will get you killed, the hot guy. Your weakness. If I had a way to quarantine them, I'd give sheltering a go. Yeah, same with me. That was my answer was I think I would let them in, but I would quarantine them. First, I would need to also make sure that they had not been bitten, make sure that they were in good health and not good health in the sense that they were not bitten or having any kind of symptoms. And then also just to give time to talk to them and get to know them and not necessarily putting them in a cell per se to make them feel like a criminal, but just in another area if that was possible. Like if they were in Alexandria, they could stay maybe in a house and that house could be kind of guarded by whoever the security is. I don't know. That's me with my practical planning mind. Matthew said, I thought you meant they might be a zombie. That kind of dangerous. No. I'm just saying they could have been bitten, that's possible. But I'm talking about if they just appear like they could possibly be dangerous because of the way they carry themselves or they just look menacing. I thought Abraham in The Walking Dead looked menacing. I would be kind of scared of Abraham if he came to my door. I wanted to be let in. And dangerous people make better friends than enemies. That's true. That's true. My thing about letting somebody in who seems overly confident or gives those dangerous vibes is I don't want them to take over what I have worked hard to build. That's what I would be afraid of. If you're going to come in and you're going to be part of the team and you can, we can all work together, then that's different, but that would be my fear. Has anyone read Moon of the Crusted Snow? It's an apocalypse book, but not a zombie one. And this kind of situation happens. Would make me very hesitant to take in someone I suspected to be dangerous. Okay, well, that might be one I need to read. Moon of the Crusted Snow. And that's why I like Michonne running the community in the later season. They took you in and you told the council what you would add to their community. Yeah. Yeah, because you don't want somebody, too, that's just going to be like a moocher and just sit on their butt all day. Or be somebody that could possibly get you killed because they're not careful. Shakira says, as a human, I would let them in based on solidarity. But then again, I'm joining Team Zombie in the zombie apocalypse anyway. Don't say that. Oh, and I love that book. So Moon, we got to look that one up. Moon of the Crusted, what was it? Moon. See, I already forgot.
Moon of the Crusted Snow.
Moon of the Crusted Snow.
I think it's a duology.
And then the council decided if the new people were worth being another mouth to feed, and as the new people, you would be put in a holding cell.
That's the smartest way if you can manage it.
Shelter, because we all unliving at some point anyway. It's true. Well, it depends too on if you're going to die and you already have the virus inside of you. Zombie movies are very different. Like you have to be bitten. In Zombietown, it has something to do with an Egyptian god. That's how you become a zombie. So, good example of not all law enforcement being good. Shane. Yep, that is true. Hey, you lovely lot. Hello, Tanya. How are you? But I love how Nick Offerman's character Bill in The Last of Us. Oh, I did love him. Oh, I did. If anybody has seen The Last of Us, I did love him.
Yeah.
He was to the hardware stores and looted them and found where his water came in from the city and still had running water and solar. Yes. But also, too, he was very solitary, and it took him a while to let somebody in. But when he did, it was a good thing. So I just think to myself what he would have missed out on. That is a good example. That is a perfect example of risk.
Mm-hmm.
Risk having somebody that could really help you out.
Yeah, and I remember watching that show and being like, "Oh, don't let him in! Don't let him in!" But it's such a good thing.
Same thing, because I did not initially believe him. Like he just seemed too nicey. I was like, this guy's a little. Barry and I were like, Matthew said, I'd ask if they like animals. Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah.
And can tell a lot about a person. That is true. That is very true. I have trust issues, so I would have to talk to them to see if red flags come up. Well, you'd have to have questions, kind of like what Rick has. There's certain questions that they'd ask initially, and then they, if they pass those questions and they had more questions. I don't say that I'm necessarily all in agreement with some of the questions that he asks, because I think that's kind of being hard on people, especially if it's someone that's not as capable. I mean, you got to understand, Rick was a police officer. So he has a different mindset than somebody like you and I who are just trying to survive.
I do think, though, like in the earlier seasons, he doesn't ask questions. He just kind of decides based on vibes, I guess. So if it's the later seasons where he's asking questions, you got to assume that they've been dealing with it for a while. So if they're completely helpless that far into this zombie thing, then they're probably not going to be too helpful, like to a large group.
Right. Yeah. So that's why I was saying it really makes it, right. It really does make a difference between the time that you are surviving. Also, too, you got to think, if somebody's super helpless, you wonder, how did you survive this long? That's my first question. And my second question is, could you be a liability, for the whole group to survive? You hate to think that way, but you can see if the dog likes them. They're a good judge of character. That's true. That's true. Swank said, a red moon of the crusted snow. I gave it 3 stars. I think that's bad. Alicia, yo, hello. Jamie says, I need to have a cat during the zombie apocalypse. If the cat doesn't like them, they aren't staying. Oh, wow. Cats can be kind of fickle, though. And Matthew said the second one is Moon of the Turning Leaves, but I haven't read that one yet. And yeah, or the cat. Well, I love cats too, but my thing is I have a better chance if the dog will stick with you like they're supposed to, whereas a cat, who knows where they'll go wander off. And then before you know it, you could be in the midst of a horde, I don't know. That is kind of scary. Okay, well, good. I had a feeling that would be a good discussion, for a Would You Rather. So now we're going to play some Mad Libs. So Amy and Linda, you get to be the ones that tell us the Mad Libs questions. Okay, so.
Just us?
Yeah, just y'all. I mean, last time, I think we did the 4 of y'all, right?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Okay, so I need a good red pen. Here we go. I mean, if you want help from the audience, I guess that would be fine. This is not a very long one. So, Amy, a noun, please. And Linda, you get an adjective.
A noun. Glass.
Jolly.
Amy, you get a place. And Linda, you get a plural noun.
A church.
People.
Okay. Amy, you get an adjective.
Sticky.
Sticky. And Linda, you get a plural noun.
Team.
Team?
Yeah.
Okay. Both of y'all get adjectives for your next one.
Cold.
Ooh.
Silly.
Okay, Amy, you get a number. And Linda, you get a plural noun.
4,365.
Very specific.
I love your specificity.
Trees.
Okay. Amy, you get an adjective. And Linda, you get a part of the body that's plural.
Sharp.
Sharp, like a sharp tool.
I'll go with hands.
Amy, you get a verb ending in ing. And Linda, you get a noun.
Dancing.
Dancing.
I'll say sign.
Sign. Okay, Amy, you get a plural noun, and Linda, you get an adjective. I think we'll have time to do one more Mad Libs, and we'll let the chat do that one.
I'll say tiny.
Tiny.
Runs.
For a plural noun?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said
well, there is the runs.
No. Shirts.
Shirts. Okay. So when we get back from doing our art project, I will read Dawn of the Undead. That is our story. Okay. So the way we're going to do our art project, I'm going to give y'all 30 minutes. We're going to go on a sprint for 30 minutes. You're going to follow a link to get to the art project, and I'm going to show it to you. So let me make myself big here. So this is how to draw a zombie coming out of the grave.
Yeah, for this last. Whoops. Are these the same people that did the last one?
Yeah, it was.
Same people, okay? Same people that we had last time. But let me talk about this for 1 second. First of all, do you see how my zombie has a scar and also the cracks up here and then all the little stuff in the dirt? The guy does not draw that until he's in the part where they're coloring it. So my suggestion is it's not very long. It's only like 7 minutes, I think. You might want to just like run through it and see where this is added, because it goes by fast when they're doing the coloring before you start coloring. If you use crayons, I use crayons. So I don't know if you can tell, like, see how my P is a little, it's not as dark because I wrote over the crayon with a Sharpie and it doesn't work very well. Also, he puts bats, they put bats, but he doesn't tell you how to draw the bats. So that's why I have a fat fly right there coming out of the grave. I just drew a fly. You could draw whatever you want, but pretty much everything you see is drawn ahead of time. But when they start coloring, you might want to fast forward a little bit just to see all of this kind of stuff, you know, all the little accents before you color, if you're using crayon. If you're using marker, then a Sharpie over marker is not going to be a problem. I don't know how it would be if you use colored pencils, because I don't know if colored pencils have like a waxy residue to them. I guess it depends on the brand you're using. But this is the picture that we're going to do. So let me get myself big again. I mean, small again. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, there is a link in the description box for here. I'm putting a link in the Discord under crafts. And let me do this right here. Oh, well, that was not good. And then I'm going to put it in. Okay, let me make sure I'm on quiet. I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay. I'm just going to call it zombie art because instead of making the whole title. So this is the zombie art project. Okay. So you have 3 places that you can find this: the description box of our live, in the chat, and if you go to Discord under crafts. I'm going to give you a few minutes. Anybody who went to Discord and saw my announcement, you need obviously paper. I recommend a pencil because he recommended a pencil to do the initial drawing, a good eraser so you can erase the lines. Also, whatever you're going to do to color your picture. So crayons, markers, colored pencils, however you're going to do it, and I just want to make sure y'all know he's going to add accents to stuff after he starts coloring, and that's because he's coloring in marker, he and his son. So anyway, so I'm going to give everybody a chance to start gathering the materials and getting themselves set up, and we'll go through these comments, and then I'll start the kitty cat. So Jamie would say you would follow the cat. But don't do what they do as cats lick his bleep a lot. Hola, Swamp Gas, welcome. And hi, Diana. I'm super late, but I made it for Mad Libs. Always so fun. Yay. We knew what you were talking about. And Stormy, hey, your zombie is cute. Just popping in to bop the like button. Have fun making zombies. Thank you, Stormy. I'm glad that you are here. Okay, so here is the link. So I hope everybody tries to participate in it. Do y'all have y'all stuff done, or did y'all try to attempt it beforehand?
I didn't try to do it. I'm just gonna do it spur of the moment. I had fun doing it last year when we did it, and I didn't do it beforehand. So
I would also say that it does not take very long, and I didn't have to stop the video quite as much. I don't know why, but you're going to have to start and stop a little bit so that you can kind of follow along. I think doing it in pencil actually helped keep up with it faster than doing it with a Sharpie initially. Now he goes from with a pencil straight to a Sharpie, but you could do the whole thing in pencil if you wanted to first and then go back. I mean, he recommends that as well. So you have all your stuff ready, Linda, too?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go spur of the moment too. I'm just gonna see if I can draw it like I did last time. I still have my drawings in my journal.
I do too. For anyone who did not join us last year, that was what we did last year.
Yeah.
That was our zombie picture. And so I invite you to also please share your zombie pictures in the Discord under crafts, because I'd like to show them to everybody on here, just to see everybody's differences of what they did, because it's really neat people's take. Because guess what? You don't have to do exactly like he does too. I mean, you can, vary it up however you want to do it. So, okay. So let's get our kitty cat clock up. I think 30 minutes will be enough time because I think we did 20 last year, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was around the same time, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so our chat's quiet, so I guess everybody's getting ready, getting their things together. Okay. So I need to start. So on your marks, get set, go. Happy drawing. Yay! Okay, so let me stop this.
That did not go well.
Oh
I didn't get to finish yet. I'm just trying to color in the dirt real quick.
no! Okay, call it. Take your time. Take your time.
Brown. Oh, gosh.
Okay, so then that means we might not have had enough time, right, Amy?
I had to erase a lot. Mine didn't turn out great. It didn't turn out
Well,
great.
I will admit that when I did draw my zombie, I admitted it to Amy and Linda when I sent them what we were going to do. I got so excited about what I was doing, I totally forgot to time myself doing it. But I was like, it's only 7 minutes, so I can't imagine it taking me longer than 30 minutes to do.
Well, he just starts talking. Like the other one, he didn't talk as much about. Like he would just show you how to do it, and then you talk about it. This one, I felt like he just rushed right through it because I'm like trying to watch, and I'm like, wow, that was really fast.
Yeah,
and I had to like stop and redo it again.
I will say I didn't think he did as thorough of a job. He wasn't like I do. I think that was it. He was rushed. And like I really was like kind of disappointed when I got to the part where he added the accented stuff because I'm like, okay, well, if you already colored your picture, if you did not use marker, then you had a hard time going back. Like I think it ruined my Sharpie. But I mean, so that's why I was like, let me make sure I tell everybody what they're using.
And that was helpful because I used crayon and like trying to go over it with like pencil or because I didn't have a Sharpie. So I'm just like trying to darken everything extra with like really thick pencils. And it doesn't work going over crayon.
Oh my gosh, these are very cute. I love everybody's spin. I mean, I literally just did what he did because I'm like, I don't have time for it. But I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody has the answer to this question, but if you learn how to draw something from somebody who's doing something like this, can you use your drawn picture as for yourself? Like, is it copyrighted?
Depends on if you have permission from the person you're using it. So like if you are using it as like a fan art kind of thing, like you're not making profit off of it, you can use it. Could be like, I'm just using this as like how we're doing it. We're just drawing to draw. We're not really like, I'm gonna make this.
Say I wanted to do this and use this for like a logo. I guess I'd have to get permission from him.
Yeah, you have to message him and be like, hey, can I use this? Because I think because technically it's his drawing and he's showing you how to draw it, and it's just for fun to be like, hey, learn how to draw zombies to get better at it. I wonder
if you draw it, but you don't draw it exactly the same, like you put your own spin on it. I wonder if then.
I think if you made it unique enough, then you would probably be okay. But if it looked very close to his,
like if you look at crystals on Discord, it's really different to the point where it's like she did her own spin.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you could use that.
You could kind of do that. Because I mean, my thing is like if you learn how to do something, because there's so much like you got to worry about with copyright stuff. I mean, it's just too much. Okay, so I'm going to show some of these pictures, so y'all can see some of their stuff, and then well, Linda, you put yours in there. Amy, do you want to show yours, or do you want to put yours in the?
I'll share.
Look how
Look at how small his tooth turned out. I started coloring this in.
He got the baby teeth.
His tooth disappeared.
The zombie got the baby teeth going on.
It does look like a baby. It looks more like a little baby.
Yeah, baby zombie coming out of the grave right now.
That is cute.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, here is
mine. I added some extra touch. I can't even get his screen. Hold on. Of course it's going to do that. There we go. Right there.
There we go.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
I think yours is cute.
That turned out really good.
Yeah.
I love it. I love seeing what everybody does. Okay, so y'all saw mine. I'm not going to show mine again, but here's Matthew's. Matthew's colors are very vibrant. I'd love to know what you used, Matthew. If you used marker.
That looks
like almost looks like those alcohol markers. Anyway, very cute. Love the tooth, and I love the cross eye.
Yeah.
Then Jamie said she stole my fly idea, but your flies, you got tons of them.
So good.
That's so cute. I love it.
Great.
And Linda, this was Linda's. I'll show Linda's again.
Cute.
I love it. Love it. So Shakira said, this is my zombie woman that I made with Procreate. Her name is Zombie Zosies with the toesies. I feminized the zombie like I did last year. And so she even added the bats. So that's cute.
Oh, how good.
Isn't that cute?
That's so cute. Look at her little toes sticking out.
I know. Precious.
Yeah, she did both bats and the flies.
Yeah.
That's so good.
And Crystal said this was very fun to do. Yeah, so you see the difference? And I love how hers has the brains. And she's got a bouquet of flowers on there. And blood coming out.
Yeah.
And she puts the eyes where the eyes have the blood vessels are popped out of it. Very good. I love it. Okay, this is Jellicles. Here lies Zombie B. Died 5/31/26. That's Jellicles.
Oh, that's so good.
So cute.
Yeah, really cute. I like how she made the brains really stick out there.
Well, the other thing too is I couldn't add the texture to the brain because of doing it. Oh, this is Ashley's from the reading stream. This is funny because she added more hair than the little 3, and she's got a worm in her dirt.
How cute!
So
I love those bats. Those are good.
I know. I just couldn't figure it out. I was like,
I didn't even try. He didn't explain it at all. I'm like, I'm not even going to try.
They're not. And I was disappointed. So I was disappointed with that. Okay. So Eleanor said, I still need to fill in the tombstone. Your zombie's head is so, so cute. That's Eleanor's. It's almost like a football head.
That's so good.
And Eleanor did a bat. So very cute. I need to learn how to do a bat. Very, very cute. So if anybody else does one, while we continue what we're doing, which I need to make myself small again, let me know. I'm gonna try to keep my eye on my phone, to look. Mama Maggie came in. That was my comment, and saying happy final day of Zombiethon, which I thanked her. Heidi also gave you an FYI about the Farseer trilogy by Robin Hobb. It's filled with zombies as a side story.
Oh, really?
She thinks mainly in the second book, if you want to save them for next May, which I appreciated that. Groovy Pop Tart said the fire alarms went off and I had to corral my special needs brother and my dog to get them outside because one of the neighbors fell asleep while smoking a cigarette. And I was like, oh no, I mean, that's scary. Swank said, I got my Walmart order and put it away during the picture drawing. They are all very cute. I agree. Yes, very, very cute. All of them. It was fun. Great job, everyone. I should have left more time for coloring, but y'all did wonderful. And the thing about it is that if anybody wanted to come and do it after the fact, they could, because I put that in there. So I think everybody needs professional applause. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and read the story, and I'll keep an eye just on anybody else. Here's the story that Linda and Amy prepared for us called Dawn of the Undead. Oh, wait, I got another. Such cute zombies. And hello, I think I'm going to make a drink with a little whiskey because I don't have any zombies. That sounds good. Okay, here we go. We interrupt your regularly scheduled glass to bring you some jolly breaking news. A zombie outbreak in the church is causing mass hysteria among the city's people. The sticky zombie attack, believed to have started early this morning, has claimed a growing number of team. If you have any cold information on the whereabouts of these silly creatures, call your local police at 914-365. Be on the lookout for anyone with yellow trees and a sharp look in his or her hands. Please note that these creatures make dancing sounds and walk in a trance-like sign when looking for shirts to feed on. Citizens are encouraged to stay indoors and remain calm, cool, and tiny. How do you
10
remain?
out of 10. We did a great job.
That was great. I was a little bit worried. That was great.
But oh my goodness, like 4,365.
Who's gonna memorize that? We're done.
Perfect.
No way. I thought you were gonna do Jenny's number. 8675309.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could have did that one.
Those people with yellow trees are suspicious. Yep.
Definitely. Sure.
I'm waiting for Travis and the art for this one.
Yeah, I don't know if he ended up doing one. He might have left. Jamie said, well, if they're only feeding on shirts.
I know, right?
That's true. That's
They
true.
can have my shirt. I'll give them my shirt.
Crystal, stay tiny, my friends. You know that commercial?
Yeah. Didn't plan on that at all.
And Amanda said, I will try to remain tiny as best I can. Okay, well, it is now your turn, chat, for you to write your story this time. And I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but of course, we're in a thematic situation here, right? So, red pen is ready. First, I need an adjective. An adjective. So, as they're telling us about the adjective, what adjective? Zach is here. Zach should give us an adjective. He always gives bizarre ones. I thought that was fun, but I think what I'm gonna have to do is like really research. But I know he has a bunch of different ones, but hairy. Okay, next up is, oh, wait, let me see. If I get an adjective, I'll go for sanious, which means oozing and foul. Okay, well, I'm going to give it to you, which is perfect because of where it falls. So sanious it is. Okay, Matthew says huge. Huge works. Mindy says viscous. Ooh. That's a fancy word. Okay. Scary. Okay, let's see if chat comes up with another one. If not, we'll have to give it to our zombie squad. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just want to make sure. Any other adjectives out there? Oh. And Shakira says vivacious. Vivacious. Your little zombie girl was vivacious. Okay, so Crystal, I need you to please change flowery, an adjective. I need you to change it to an adverb for me. Please change that. Hello, Alicia. Just joining, been busy with stuff around the house and working on the library, prepping and working on walls before flooring on June 8th. Excellent. You just missed the art thing. I'll have to send it to you. You might want to do it with your kids. It was cute. Zach, if you will change cadaverous to a noun. Jellicle, if you'll change green to a plural noun. And Mama Maggie, if you will change, apoplectic, I don't know if I'm saying that right, to a plural noun.
That's a tongue twister right there.
Yes. Apoplectic. That's, apoplectic. That's what it should be. Okay. So we have scabs. Yummy. Oh, yeah. I bet that would be fun for the kiddos. I'll send you the link in, because it's on the Zombiethon in the craft section, but I can send it to you on Instagram. Megalodon. Megalodon. Crystal says extremely. Okay. I'm missing another plural noun. Who was my other person that was supposed to? Oh. Was it? Oh, it was Mama Maggie needed to give me a plural noun. So don't forget, Mama Maggie, I need a plural noun from you. So Shakira says belly. That's perfect, but because I do need a part of the body, but it has to be plural. So the person has bellies. And Swank says hyena. So I'm going to go ahead and make that hyenas because I need a plural noun. And waiting on Mama Maggie for that noun because I do need one other noun, and that's it. We're finished. I need to play my music again when I'm doing Mad Libs. Remember when I used to play music?
Yeah, we need to get some theme music going.
I don't know if they changed the music. I haven't played it in a long time. I need to play with some of this stuff on StreamYard because they've added so many things to it lately that
haven't been on there in so long.
Yes, every week they give you a new thing that they've added. And I'm like, I need to have a day when I can play with it, like make it not public and just sit there and play with everything and see how it works. Because I don't want to do it while I'm actually on, Yeah. Okay, so Mama Maggie said register. So I'm going to have to put registers. And I'm waiting on one more plural noun, y'all. Oh, Kat, I forgot to tell you, my rug for the library came in. Yay! That deserves applause. Yeah, for anyone that does not know, Alicia's pipe in her bathroom broke, and the pipe was up against her library. And so it flooded her bathroom and her library. She lost 9 books off of her bookshelves. And so it's like a big repairs. Okay, martinis is the last one. That's funny. Okay, martinis. Thank y'all very much for adding y'all's. Very good. Like the register of a person's voice or musical score. Perfect. Okay. So do y'all want me to read the story now or do you want me to do it after the Would You Rather?
We can do it now if you want.
Okay. Either way, it doesn't matter. But I do have one more Would You Rather. Okay, here we go. This one is called Facts About Ghouls. Of all the undead creatures, hairy ghouls are probably the most misunderstood. Contrary to popular belief, ghouls are extremely different from ghosts. They are undead monsters who live in megalodon yards and survive by gnawing on the scabs found in Sanius graves. That's disgusting. The huge appearance of these evil registers may shock you. Ghouls are extremely thin and viscous, with sharp teeth and hyenas, and their bellies are wrinkled and scary. Ghouls sleep underground and emerge in packs at night. So next time you're wandering in a vivacious cemetery after dusk, be careful. These fiendish martinis might mistake you for dinner.
Good job, Kat. I enjoyed that one.
Mama Maggie was like, now. Ooh, no one on scabs. Yes, that was disgusting. Just like, okay, this is gonna be gross. I probably shouldn't even say it. As I'm envisioning, the scabs are like potato chips.
She's eating potato chips. Really? Like she just grabbed a bag of potato chips. We're both eating
not
stuff
anymore.
I'm so sorry, Amy. But I mean, I just think of it as being like shaped like a potato.
What? Why, Cat?
Would a scab be as crunchy as a potato chip?
No.
I don't even want to think about that. No.
I feel like it would be chewy.
Oh my God. I am so sorry. I live with all men. What can I say? It's all gross. Vivacious cemeteries, is that in New Orleans?
Little kids too, so you hear all the demise all the time.
Well, it's true. Kids do come up with some things. I know. I'm so sorry, Carmen. Ick. Okay. Ooh. Well, I will tell you this. I will tell you this story of when I taught kindergarten one year. I could go for some chips right now. Beet or carrot chips are closer in color. Ooh, if you're eating beet or carrot chips, are closer in color to a scab.
Yeah.
And think about it.
Amy's
Beets
done.
taste
She's
like
just
dirt.
done right now.
Beets taste like dirt.
Do they? I don't think I've ever.
And it comes from Sanius graves. Okay, I'll tell you, this is a true story. When I taught kindergarten one year, we were talking about like taste, like sour, sweet, salty, whatever. So I was asking for examples of this. And one of my little girls, when I asked for salty, one of my little girls said, boogers.
Ew.
And I'm like,
Oh man, now you know you need to wash your hands every time with that one.
I was like, oh, really? I'm not going to put that on the chart because I don't think you're supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, next thing you know, you're gonna get a call from a parent. Why did you tell my kid? Why is it on the board as something that's salty to eat? Why?
Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. I wanted to laugh, but I'm just like, all the kids
and then you got a parent-teacher conference happening after that.
And I would never have expected it, ever. And then I think somebody else said earwax for bitter. That's what it was. And I'm like, what are these kids doing? Kindergarten. Both my libs were so good. They were a lot of fun. And that came from the book that Amy got me a couple of years ago, Dead Mad Libs. That was
cool.
Yes, the one you had sent. We served those at the kids' birthday party.
What, scabs or boogers?
All of the above. We'll say all of the above.
Wicked, yes. Yeah. This has put me off eating scabs for life. Good thing I had no desire to beforehand.
Yeah.
With guacamole as zombie blood.
Yeah.
And you got to love the things kids say. Well, also, too, I remember during Halloween time, I had bought, and I think I told this story once before, I had bought I don't know if it was like fingers or eyeballs or something. And a couple of my kids would not eat it, even though it was candy. It was like gummies, but sounds like they were eating some Bernie Bott's every flavor beans.
Oh yeah, I remember those Harry Potter every flavor bean challenges.
Well, never eat chips again. Joking. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the next would you rather we have is, let me stop this. Oops. Let me stop the banner. This one I have to put up, so hopefully it doesn't cover Linda. Okay, good. I didn't know how it would look because it's long. You enter an abandoned house to look for supplies and discover a locked door with a mysterious sound coming from it. Would you rather investigate the sound or explore the house for supplies? Like continue just going about your business, or are you too curious that you have to go see what the sound is?
I already have my answer.
Well, tell us your answer.
Nope. I'm out. I don't need to unlock a door. You know, haunted houses, people be undoing doors and going, oh, look, there's a creepy basement door leading to somewhere. We're going to open it up. They had closed it off with bricks. I wonder why. Y'all seen The Conjuring. I'm not going in no mysterious thing to find out that I released all the demons and all the fun zombies that are in there, or some weird creepy thing that they hid away. I'm good.
What about you, Amy? Would you be curious enough to open the door?
What does the sound like? Does it sound?
It's mysterious.
We don't know the sound at all.
So what does mysterious mean to you?
I don't know. Like if it was voices, maybe I would open it. If it's just like, I don't know. I feel like I would die quick in any sort of situation. Because I'm like, I don't know. I think curiosity. What if someone's stuck down there and they need help? Like,
Is there a reason why they're put in there though?
Well, it's not necessarily in a basement. It could just be in a room in the house. I mean, it's just that there is a door, and behind the door.
I feel like I would continue exploring the house and gathering what I need. And then on my way out, if I still heard something, maybe I would then investigate and then die. I don't know.
I actually had that happen with there was a kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons game where it was kind of like X-Files meets like kind of like sci-fi thing. And there was one of the scenarios was there's a mysterious thing coming out of looked like a can of some kind. It was like a oxygen thing or like one of those propane tanks that were huge. And you heard somebody going, help me. And it didn't end well. We had everybody done.
I feel like it also matters is the abandoned house during a zombie apocalypse, because then I would assume that the mysterious sound is probably a zombie in there shuffling about, and then I would probably just leave it. But there could be something really good in there that you need.
Well, and also too, if there's a zombie in there, the zombie could be tied down or something. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're walking around. You just hear a sound. I mean, it could be a dog for all you know. I mean, it's just a mysterious sound.
Well, they're probably trying to keep it safe because if they're hiding somebody or something, it's usually trying to keep it safe from the outside world. And most of the time, it's somebody's dead fiance, spouse of some kind, and they're just like, I don't want it to die, but we're gonna leave it on the side over here.
Yeah.
I would not investigate. I'm a questioner and I like to know, but unless the person actually spoke in words to me, I would not. I would be too afraid.
Yeah.
I think if it was an animal, it would make animal noises enough for you to discern that it's a cat or a dog. Mm-hmm. So I would be afraid that whatever's behind that door is not good. And there's a reason why that door is closed.
Yeah. And not just closed, but locked.
Yeah, I'm too much of a, I would be afraid. And what if there's more than one behind the door?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to say no. I'm going to investigate. I'm going to explore the house, but I'm not investigating.
I'm not reading anything from a book. I'm not investigating anything. I've seen Evil Dead. I've seen all that. I'm good.
You'd rather read from the book and out loud, not just in your head, out loud.
Evil Dead Burns. That trailer scarred me. I was like, oh, we don't open doors. No.
Yeah. I mean, so a laugh or earwax? LOL, right? Boiled eggs with the shells broken. The soaked in beet juice overnight makes great eyeballs. Ooh, good to know. Get supplies and get out. That would be me. I would explore the house for supplies. That's the zombie room. Matthew said I had body part candy for this month. Fingers, ears, feet, and brains, all yummy. I got some yummy eyeballs. Oh, well, no, it wasn't eyeballs. It was zombie. It was like different monster gummies I got from Costco. And they were filled with like something in the middle, like a juice or whatever. Those were good. I got those at Costco, but not for this month. I wish I had eyeballs. That would have been good. I watch way too many horror movies to be following noises. I'm out. Yeah, that's the thing. That's how I feel like I could not. I've just seen too much. Like I feel like we're all skilled enough that we've read enough and watched enough that we would not take risks like these people. And supplies first, then get out. Since the 2020 started, I even say close the damn door and put that back every time they find a new tomb or cursed item. No to the door. I am super nosy, so I would really want to know, but I would have to check for supplies first and probably check the door.
Then I will be behind you, Crystal. Yeah, I'll be behind Crystal, and I will be, this outside out waiting to see what happens.
Well, there's so many variables because what if the door is to a room upstairs? Or if it's in a basement? That makes the risk even greater than if you're on a single dwelling.
Yeah.
You know? And I think you would have to be prepared to throw something at it.
Yeah. If I didn't have any weapons, I definitely wouldn't. I would have to have something that I could defend myself with.
I kind of also think I would put my bag of supplies that I found outside. So that way I could, wouldn't have something hinder me. Or like if they couldn't grab, because you're not going to run backwards. Yeah. So they could grab your bag, pull you back, and bite you on your face. So yeah, that would be the only way if I had to find out, like for some reason, I would not want to, I don't think that would be. And also too, I think it depends on if you're by yourself. If you're all by yourself, because you could have somebody with a katana sword next to you.
I'll open it.
We know it's in your house, Cat.
Well, you can't use anything that makes noise. You don't want to draw other things.
I don't know.
If its voice is saying brains do not open. I'm definitely investigating. You never want something mysterious at your back. Well, you're not going to be in the house long, Zach. So get in and out. I listened to a zombie short story where a guy was scavenging for canned food and there was a note in the kitchen that said, "Don't open Jacob's room." Turns out the family left the bitten son behind. Ugh. That's scary.
I feel like I see that pretty common in like TV shows and stuff where someone will lock a zombie in a room so that they don't have to, worry about it or whatever. And then leave.
I think also too, they don't want to be the ones that kill the person.
Right, if it's a family member or something.
Yeah. Jamie said if the door is locked, it's locked for a reason. No, ma'am, not investigating. Grab those supplies and get the heck out. Matthew says Amy can check for all of us. Oh. Hello, Mike. Greetings. Welcome. In fiction, no. But in the real world, I would investigate and probably call the police because seeing too many stories of people holding other people hostage, trafficking and such. Yeah. But if this is like in an apocalyptic kind of situation, I mean, I guess that's true. They still could be doing that. There's so many bad people.
Yeah.
Body part candy talk is making me yearn for Halloween time. Either way, I turn the lights on. They never do that in movies. It's true. But if it's an apocalyptic situation, there might not be lights.
Yeah.
If I'm not armed, there's no world where I'm exploring a tight space with zombies nearby.
Definitely.
Okay, first of all, you should always be armed in a zombie apocalypse. Always. I don't care if it's a bat, a meat cleaver, something, scissors. I mean, you could get somebody with what are things that you could do?
Gardening shears. You got so many things in your yard you could use.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could even get a rake, a hoe. Yeah. There's a lot. I mean, you could even have a rope and whack them with a rope.
I mean, you could do it like the cowboys do and just wrangle them down to the ground. Lasso them, tie their arms up so they have less to be able to grab you.
Okay, I wonder if wasp spray or roach spray would work on a zombie.
I don't know because their eyes don't really feel pain anymore because they're technically not there. So
it would just, like be bothersome, but I don't know if it would like blind their eyes. Like, if they can't feel it, it might make it to where they're blind. I don't know.
Or you know what I find that nobody uses when they would need to defend themselves? Hardly ever I see this. You could get dirt or rocks and throw it in somebody's face.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
I hardly ever see that.
Yeah.
I would not go in the mysterious locked realm if there are sounds coming from it. Nope, nope, nope. I'd have my self-defense spear. Isn't the current state of the world an apocalyptic situation, or at least pre-apocalyptic? Somewhat. Even if it ended up just being rats making the noise, it would still be a nope. Oh, yeah.
But what if there's good things in there that you need in an apocalyptic sort of situation?
What if somebody left on some kind of weird, I don't know, CD or something with a weird mysterious sound on
like
it?
Clicking or something. You never know.
Maybe so you wouldn't come in the house. Mike says, I'm a contractor, so my trunk is full of plenty of zombie fighting implements. See?
That's good.
And I have a sharpened shovel for rattlesnakes. That would be my quiet zombie weapon. Yeah, shovel would work. If they don't breathe or feel pain, I don't think so. To the eyes. My hubby and I talk about what we're going to use as weapons. I wonder if normal people talk about this or just readers, gamers, horror movie fans. I don't know. My husband and I have plans. I mean,
That's good. I have zero plans, and that's stupid because I read a lot of horror. Like, I still have zero apocalyptic plans. Like, if zombies came out, I would have nothing. I would have a gallon of water and my hands or a kitchen knife. I have nothing.
Well, you have books for fuel for keeping yourself warm if it gets cold. I mean,
and I
a few
have the
things around your
zombie
house.
survival guide, but nothing from it.
Well, but the thing about it is, I think we have more of a chance of having an apocalypse happen, whether it has zombies or not. I mean, I think that could be possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you should have a plan. My fear would be not being able to get to like my son, you know, to Andrew and Megan. Like, how would I get to them to make sure that they're safe? You know what that would be my like big thing.
Well, you always say for a location, like in the middle. So like if you're out of state, each state, wherever you are, you say, well, we're going to a big national location that's outskirts away from the chaos happening. Like Royal Gorge in Colorado, you go there, or you go somewhere where you know that there's less people likely to be there. And then that way you have a out of the chaos, and then they go to the same area.
Yeah. I thought about that because we watched that movie Greenland with Gerard Butler, where the meteors come into Earth to destroy it, and they have to get to that bunker in Greenland. And they got separated and had to meet at her dad's house in Kentucky. So, yeah. But there's so many things that I'm just like, my dad was saying something like, this is so far-fetched, blah, 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 when we were watching the zombie stuff. And I told my dad, I said, I can tell you right now of people that live in my neighborhood that would make these same mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. So you have to be smarter than those people and not have them cause a liability. Yeah, I'd have my Rovivon Aurora A1 and A8 clipped to my hat in strobe mode to be very bright and disorienting. Okay, that's true. And clicking CD or those clicker monsters. All I know is if I heard that grinding sound like I did in that movie, We Bury the Dead, it would be a hard no. I don't even know if I would explore the house. I'm just going to say. All right, but if you were rolling into town and fighting zombies, what are you blasting for fighting tunes? That's a good question.
I'm not playing anything. I'm trying to stay quiet. I'm not playing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you really couldn't have the sound like really loud because that would draw them in, and you really shouldn't be wearing earbuds because how are you going to hear them?
You need to be able to hear, yeah.
And then at least we're preparing you, Amy.
Thanks.
Mama Maggie says, I have my cat lady Clouder to protect me from the zombies. I have a bug. Wait, I have a bug bag started. Oh, okay. Same, Amy. No plans at all. Notice how we are the ones who would open the locked door.
We're in danger, Crystal. We're in danger.
My signature weapon would be a lightsaber. It's a toy, but it looks cool. Tanya, if I was the
Light
last,
for you.
wait, say it again, Linda.
It's a light for you to keep if you use in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
True. If I was in the Last of Us apocalypse with clickers, I'm giving up, dog. I ain't messing with those. And same, Mike. Hello, Roxy, popping in to hit the like button. I'm sprint hopping. Hello. It is, though. Is it, though? Is it far-fetched? I'm not sure, you know. So
Yeah.
sure. I don't know. And just watch how people freak out in small disasters like wildfires and tornadoes versus hurricanes and earthquakes to see how they would react. Oh, that's why I say that it's the people that are scarier, because when Hurricane Katrina hit, we weren't impacted by the storm like New Orleans and other areas in that area were impacted. But guess where everybody came? To my area. And what was scary was we were on, National Guard was here and placed in places like when you walked into Walmart, National Guard was at the door. You know, that is very unsettling to me because, you know, we just don't live in a country where you have people walking around with guns like that. In other countries, they do. The other thing was when you would go out to, like, they had stations where you could go get MREs and water and ice and stuff. That you just never knew who you were going to run into, like in those places. And my oldest son was, trying to think, Andrew was 4, I want to say. I think Barry was either a freshman or a sophomore. And he was not, like, he was afraid. Like, he didn't want to go back to go to do MREs or ice or anything. Because he said it just was not, it was scary. And then we went to Baton Rouge and stayed with a friend of ours because he had electricity, and they went to go get generators. My husband picked up a generator for us and a generator for his brother, who lives a couple of towns over from us. And when we had to stop at Walmart to get some supplies, we had a guy approach my husband and ask him why he had 2 generators in the back of his truck. And it's scary when you have to be like you shouldn't have to explain that. You paid for it, you know, kind of thing, and you're not taking it kind of thing. So I didn't like all that aspect of it because people are unhinged and just not, it is
people are fighting. I remember when we had 3 hurricanes back to back in a row in Florida, and we had to evacuate twice. And the third one we just kind of gave up because we're like, we have no more money. We're out of money. People were desperate at the time. The markup for water, for toilet paper, for everything, it got ridiculous. Somebody was selling a case of water for $20.
That's wild.
$20. And we had to go to like little mom and pop bodegas, stuff like that style places just to get stuff because they were like trying to hand out stuff to each other. It's kind of like chaos when people were running around and fighting over TVs back when like Black Friday would happen. It was that vibe every day. Chaos every day. Like you literally couldn't even talk to your neighbor because you're so worried about something happening.
Well, and also too, we had curfew. The fact that you couldn't be on the streets, you had to be in your home for a certain point. All that kind of stuff. Like when I watch an apocalyptic film or a zombie apocalypse or whatever, that's what I think about is those conditions. And then when we were directly hit by Ida, the people that descend upon your community trying to come in and make money to remove things for you and all that stuff. I mean, it's scary because you don't know these people, you know, it really is. So,
they're driving from around the communities, around the outskirts and bringing stuff in because they know that you're all desperate for gas, food, anything. And all the hotels are booked up because you're desperate because the humidity is really bad. You're just trying to survive. You got dogs or cats, and they're like preying on you because they're like, oh, we see you have a dog or cat, and this is $30. You're like, I don't have any money left. Like,
right.
You're trying to mark up something that nobody has money for.
Yeah, so if you're in any kind of natural disaster situation, that's what apocalyptic times would be like, and that's how people would act. That I just think that's how they would be because they're desperate. It's
Mhm.
desperation. ACDC for swank for music. You have to be thankful for the unprepared people. They distract the zombies so you can escape. That's what I say all the time. They're going to be the collateral damage, I guess is the way to say it. I'm a survivor, Mike. I'm blasting Soldier at War from Anna in the Apocalypse while fighting zombies. I like to believe I'd be in the Zombieland fun apocalypse.
So you be in the ice cream truck blasting the music like her?
That's one of my favorite scenes is the opening. Is it Zombieland is the
Yeah.
first one that has the opening
They're
with
like,
the
how did
music?
she make it? What the hell? Is she still here? Hi guys, how you doing? Yeah, that'd be them.
Yeah. To Mike, would you do those two lines on your cheeks too? Hell yes. Oh, and zombie blood, because that's how you roll. I think my song might be Battlefront by Rage of Light or Unbreakable by Lorna Shore. And he should have said, it's because the zombies are coming. I'm sure you heard about the stupid people here in COVID who had serious obsession with toilet paper. Oh, that was here in the United States too, Tanya. It was ridiculous. The shelves were empty. My thing with that is, okay, it's toilet paper. Did people realize that toilet paper was not ever like toilet paper was invented later and in later on that people obviously use something else besides then, and there's a thing called a bidet. Well, you could do the same premise if you had to, like in your shower.
So people were flushing paper towels down the toilets and wondering why everything was clogging up because I was like, how did you like not think that it's gonna clog up? It doesn't dissolve like toilet paper. It's paper. It's all gonna go down. And we had so many things, and the Florida plumbing is horrible anyway. Like all the East Coast and everything is just like decade old plumbing. And then you just see so many people, and then they interviewed people. It was my favorite. They interviewed people, and they're like, "What did you do? Why is there so much flooding?" We're just trying to survive, and we're doing whatever we gotta do. Flushing the toilet paper down there. And it's like, oh, that was fine. It's paper towels now. It's okay. The plumbing is from like the 1970s or earlier, depending on the East Coast. Like, please stop doing that.
Yeah,
You know?
it's ridiculous. I mean, there's so many other things that you can use technically. I mean, I don't know. The entitlement of some people in disasters, and then after it's over, they're like, I'm your neighbor. You should have helped me. Why are you still mad? I know. It's true. It's true. You drove into my yard and started putting my firewood in your truck without even asking. Yep. And yeah, I'm definitely rocking the ice cream truck. So funny. Lorna Shore, baby. Toilet paper riot in Canada also. Yeah, it was so
It was
weird.
everywhere.
Weird. Yeah, it's not a necessity. I thought it was a UK thing. No. No, we had so many like memes, and people would go to the store and take pictures and post. This is what the toilet paper aisle looks like. I'm just thinking to myself, are you not a creative enough person to figure out there's other things that you can use? I don't get it.
I honestly feel like a lot of it was just like people would see other people buying hordes of, and then they would panic, like they're buying a bunch. That means I need to buy a bunch. And then everyone would just buy a bunch and not really think about what they're actually doing. They just don't want to be like left with having to not or something.
Well, and my thing is, okay, you don't live, it's not like you aren't going to ever, it's temporary. Now, some places do get hit very hard, obviously, but it's not enough that you have to wipe out a whole entire shelf just for yourself.
Yeah.
That's
That was such a ridiculous time. And it really does show, like, if something horrible happens, like so many people are just going to be like struck with panic and not know what to do.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you end up with so many zombies initially, because people are panicked. They're not paying attention. They're emotional. They're not sitting there looking at the factual thing. And I get it. If my family member was changed into a zombie, I would not be happy about that. It would be very hard to, have to take action or whatever. But you have to move on. You can't just like sit there and wallow unless you also want to be in the same predicament. You have to make tough choices. Just got to stock up on dude wipes for the apocalypse.
Dude wipes are the worst things in the world. They disintegrate within 5 seconds. I got them from my dogs, and they don't even stay intact. I think I'm gonna stick with something else.
I'm from the UK too. The toilet paper drought was insane. And the cover of Ludwig, the Holy Blade by Geoff plays guitar would make an epic fight song, Zach says. Hopefully we could use them as collateral, but maybe they'd have no brains left. And hubby worked for Home Depot and they had to limit sales to 1 package per person for months. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. And it's also funny to me what people do buy during a hurricane. It's not always, it's like you go to the snack aisle and it's obliterated.
Yeah. Like, all the Doritos were gone in Florida. And I was like, you do realize those are flammable? You might not want to have them in your property.
If the zombie apocalypse comes, I guess I'll be happy I grew up in a gun-loving household.
Yeah.
And there were so many news stories on don't flush baby wipes, paper towels, Clorox wipes, or anything that isn't toilet paper. Yeah, but people don't listen and never had that problem with dude wipes. I'm a big baby. If one of my friends turned into a zombie, I don't know if I could handle that. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be fun, but like you would have to take action or you would end up deceased yourself. Keep yourself alive or on the toilet with Doritos. And the ribs. Can't find a rack of ribs during a hurricane.
There was a person in Florida, in Nevada, who bought up a whole thing, like 2 big carts of just meat.
Mm-hmm.
There's only like 2 people in that family because they interviewed them. They're like, "Why are you taking this much food?" And they're like, "Because we want to." I'm like, that's gonna go all to waste. You know, like, can you just not do that?
And handing it out to people.
No, they didn't even do that. It went to waste. They did an update on the internet because they were being funny about it, and they thought it was freaking hilarious. I want to cuss right now. I'm like, you wasted all that food.
Yeah, that's awful. Awful. We did learn when Katrina happened, we did learn what works on a grill, and we learned that you could put a pizza on a barbecue grill.
Yeah,
because we were using everything out of our freezer first before we had to go like to canned goods and stuff. So I remember that. I was like, oh, that's pretty. I mean, it makes sense because you can put it in your oven, so why not on your grill? Yeah, good times. Not, but
I learned that you just grab a bunch of cans of Spam and you're good. Hawaii has enough Spam to last them for months. They're prepared for anything.
Yeah. I mean, you will eat things that you normally wouldn't want to eat in an emergency like that. It's better for you to have fuel, in order to live, for sure. During the 1970s, when the beef crisis happened, people bought giant cuts of meat with no idea how to cook or store it. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. People suck season. Oh, wait. People suck reason.
Number 1,000 to 1 billion. Yeah.
The idea that people would buy and waste that much food is genuinely baffling. Yeah. But people do weird things all the time. I mean, it's like, I don't understand what they get out of that. Not all people, but like you do have some strange beings out there. But we know what to do during a zombie apocalypse, right? So that's why we do Zombie Awareness Month, so we can become aware of what we have to do. Don't check doors that have mysterious sounds coming out of them, for one.
What if there's something good in there?
I'm loving this discussion. I'm going to go to bed soon now, though. Good night, all. Thanks for hanging, and thanks for Zombiethon, Cat. Well, thanks for participating, Tanya. We're about to wrap up ourselves. So before we go, what does life after Zombiethon look like for you ladies? What are your plans, Amy? Do you have anything going right now? I know you put out your June
Yeah,
TBR.
set up my June TBR. I'm doing another readathon in June, just participating, and it's a competitive one. And it's one that the third year that I'm doing it. It's one hosted by Four Paws in a Book. She does this amazing readathon. This year, it's based around Doctor Who, the TV show.
Oh,
I've
cool.
not seen that show, but the readathon's always really fun. It's really fast paced though, and yeah, I usually read a lot, so I'm just gonna be reading all throughout the month.
That's gonna be awesome.
There's so many recommendations, Amy, for episodes. So for Doctor Who, there's an episode where there's a woman that follows her and she's 100 feet away the whole time, and you got to find out who that person is. And another one is the angels, the little statues. I think you've seen probably on Instagram, like the angels, the statues.
Mm-hmm.
They, if you look away from them or blink, they get at you.
I'm
So
gonna have
that's
to
another
start
episode.
watching the show. I
Well,
think
The show is so good.
The angels are
So many
creepy
seasons.
because somebody dressed as the angels for cosplay at a Comic-Con in New Orleans we went to, and that was pretty cool.
There's so many seasons of Doctor Who that is just like, look up like the top 10, top 20 episodes, and one of them's going to be the lady that's 100 feet away, and the other one is the angels, like any episode with the angels in it. So many good like episodes from that. I recommend just searching for angel episodes. Those are the best.
Mama Maggie said weeping angels are far more creepy than zombies.
Yes, because you can't look away from them. Somebody has to constantly stare at them the whole time.
Wow.
It's like a video game.
There's
video games that are based off of the weeping angels where if you look away they charge at you like full speed. It's so good.
And what about you, Linda?
Horrifying.
I'm gonna do a lighter readathon, slice of life. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one. It's basically just like a little quaint, cozy. They have I forget the name. I have to look it up. Hold on, let me find it. This the readathon. They're gonna do, the book is called "The Most Famous Illegal Goose Creek Parade." Is the name of the book for that. That's they're gonna be the group read. So I'm gonna try that one. A lighter read.
Yeah, I think you need a palate cleanse after Zombiethon.
And then we have like Jollo July. I was like, I'm like, I need to like space it out because we're gonna have like halfway to Halloween in a minute.
It'll be here before you know it. Yeah, I for me on my channel, I just recently released a book haul, my April book haul, sharing my books I got in April. I'll be back to my regular routine of Wednesday sprints and Saturday morning momentum. I'm working currently on my summer plans, like what I want to get up to during the summer. June is basically going to be primarily book clubs and buddy reads for me. I might, if I can fit a Western in for June on the Range. It wouldn't be like hardcore participating, but just in honor of that. Kelsi has a little thing she's doing on Patreon. But if I do participate in that, it's only going to be movies, like a movie from a decade. I need to look into exactly what the details are about that. But yeah, I'm going to mainly be doing book clubs and buddy reads in June. I don't really have a big stack. So I want to take the time. I have summer book bingo and I have summer book bingo and big book summer I'd like to participate in. And my big book that I really want to try to get to is King Sorrow by Joe Hill. But I won't be starting it in June.
I want to read that soon too.
Yeah.
It looks really good. It sounds good.
I picked it up in January and I love Joe Hill. I've read everything by him but The Fireman and Lock and Key. I haven't done Lock and Key yet, but I just like his writing style. It's really good. So that's what I'm going to be up to. So Mike said goodnight to Tanya. And Tanya's showing us love. And I'm checking that door. Crystal. Good night, Shakira says. And I'm going to read from my 26 for 26. Yeah, also, I really need to start my Sue Grafton, my 26 alphabet mysteries, because we're going into June and I haven't even read the first one, which is A is for Alibi. I need to get moving.
Oh
no. They're not huge, the first few, but then they start getting bigger as time goes on. God, if I fail that, I'm gonna be sad. Weeping Angels are terrifying. Weeping Angels would get me for sure because I have allergies and sneeze a lot and can't keep my eyes open when I do. And Kelsi's is book and or movie from 86, 96, and 2006, plus some coming of age book or movie. Okay, so you see, I think that's doable. I could do a movie from each one of those decades plus a coming of age. I'm not going to do books. I'm going to do movies. I heard great things about King Sorrow. Thanks for another great round of Zombiethon. Zombiethon. Thank you, Alicia. Hi, Kirsten. And Jamie loved King Sorrow. I remember when she was reading it. And thanks for Zombiethon. Fun as usual. Thank you, Swank, for doing that as well. But I want to say thank you a lot to you, Linda and Amy, for being part of Zombiethon, the Zombie Squad, along with Kelsi and Jen. I could not have done this without y'all. The support, the encouragement, the ideas. So thank y'all.
My pleasure.
Very, very much. I have to give professional applause to my wonderful
for putting this wonderful readathon together again. It's always a good time.
Well, I appreciate that. My afterlife after Zombiethon is that I'm going to engage with the Brain Munchers Zombie Collective on Discord. Thank you so much for Zombiethon, Cat. I always look forward to it. Well, thank you for participating, Jamie. Had so much zombie fun this month. Thank you. Thank you, Mindy. And the first few in the alphabet series are not that long, but they're worth it as a whole. Yes. Yes, I agree. Not Zombiethon. Matthew. Be blessed and have a lovely June to all. Thank you, Mama Maggie. Same to you. Thanks. I had so much fun. Brains. My first Zombiethon, I watched season 1 of The Walking Dead and loved it. I love hearing that. And thanks for making a fun event. Well, thank you, Matthew, for participating. This was your first Zombiethon as well. Same with Carmen. Thank you for wonderful Zombiethon, ladies. Thank you. And yay, Zombie Squad. Snaps in the chat. Love that. Thanks all. It was a blast. Thank you, Amanda. And brains. I am going to be continuing a whole bunch of series in June. Awesome. And happy June, y'all. Same to you, Mike. And fun. Thank you. Thanks, Angel, for being here. Always so fun. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who's been my OGs from the beginning of Zombiethon, as well as all of my new friends that have joined us. And hopefully y'all will want to join next year when we do Zombiethon 2027. But in the meantime, y'all stay safe out there. Stay amazing. Be adventurous, but safe in your adventures. And thank you very much, Ashley, for being with us as well. Bye, y'all.